You mentioned that video. I think somebody on the chat list had pointed out there was a video that you had done another presentation, and you mentioned your dad in that video. What'd you learn from your dad, or why'd you tell people what's in that video about your dad? Because your dad he had a unique twist on business and making things work.
Yeah, so my dad is really an entrepreneur. I call him a Renaissance man. And growing up, you would hear about Renaissance people. They could make anything out of anything. If they didn't have a tool, they would create a tool. Even if a tool existed, they would find a way to improve that tool and make it better. And my dad was just really one of those incredible guys that could do that. And I got to see that early on. And what we did growing up, my dad was an entrepreneur. He started his own logging business and was in the lumber industry for a number of years and built a great foundation in that. And we grew up raising pumpkins in Moncure. It was one of the most rewarding experiences. At the time, you can imagine being a young child. It's about 100 degrees outside, and you're having to chop the fields and get the weeds out and go over several acres. It didn't seem very luxurious at the time. But looking back, the work ethic that I learned from my dad in that, and what it took to be able to make a dollar, and the value and the work that you put in to produce crops that other people would enjoy and could benefit from, because it wasn't just pumpkins, it was spaghetti squash and different foods that people could enjoy. It was just such a phenomenal experience. And out there when we're working in the fields, something would break inevitably, and my dad would always know how to fix it. I don't know how a man could know as much as he does, but my dad always had a solution. And if he didn't know it right away, he would figure it out. Learning those lessons, it just taught me to be extremely resourceful as a young man. And I can think the latest experience of my dad's endeavors, he decided he wanted to create a machine that would turn bowls. And if you check out that video on YouTube, you'll be able to see a little bit of what that looks like. But using an old Yazoo lawnmower motor, power takeoff drive shaft from a tractor, some scrap metal and some pulleys, he was able to create this contraption that could turn some of those beautiful bowls I've ever seen in my life. Just ingenuity of thinking outside of the box. So having grown up around that, I understood that every situation, there's not always a set of directions that you get to look at to find a solution to a situation. You have to be able to be innovative. You've got to think outside of the box, and you have to look at all the resources that you have at your disposal to figure out how to create the best solution and what works the best. And my dad just showed me that, from countless examples of how he would fix tractors in the field to how he would rig up ways to pick large pumpkins up. We would have pumpkins that would get to close to 200 pounds, so he rigged up this unique pumpkin stretcher that we would use to cart pumpkins out of the field, which may seem really simple, but when you're working hard and trying to make a living at something, those innovations make a big difference in the lifestyle that you get to live, the comfort that you have while you're working in the fields, and how quick you can get the job done so other people can benefit from it.